pliable. Once you get it out the package, it's already pretty pliable, so you don't have to worry about wetting it. But mine has been out because I made some earlier. We wanted some. So, and then you'll just put like 3 tablespoons of the mixture inside. And and then you're going to roll it like a burrito, okay? So the water is used to dampen the edges. That way, they're secure. They won't open up and your mixture stays in, okay? And you just roll it just like you would a burrito. And you will take just a little water to close it up. Voila! And there's your egg roll. So, see? There's your egg roll. Nice and simple. I'm going to make a couple of more because they are so good. But like I said, this right here, I did not think that this dish was going to be as simple as it is. But this is a very simple dish, something that you can just go ahead and whip up. The rice will probably be the hardest part, but if you have some day old rice or anything like that, that'll be perfect, because like I said, you can get a pack of the fried rice seasoning and just add it to the old rice. It'll be quite all right. You'll be fine. So we're gonna dampen these a little bit and then just roll it. See? Just roll it, roll it, roll it. And you dampen the edges. And there you go. Now, if you're doing them in bulk, the egg roll wraps, they are pretty thin, so you don't want to lay the egg rolls together. They will stick and they will tear, and you're gonna be mad. So we're gonna do a couple of more. Like I said, maybe about 3 tablespoons of the mixture. If you want to add chicken or shrimp, go right ahead. So in order to do that, after your coleslaw is about done, you want to use the cooked shrimp and the cooked chicken, so that way they all cook evenly and not separated like that. Because as you know, that meat takes so much longer, and you don't want your coleslaw mixture to be mushy. You still want that little crunch to it. I'm gonna stir up this. That looks so good. I don't know if you can see it. It looks so. It's just about ready, guys. Just about ready. Okay, we're gonna do one more of these right here, and like I said, you're just gonna wet the you're just gonna wet it around the edges. That's all you need. Like I said, I did not think that this recipe would be as easy and as simple as it is, but it is a very easy and simple recipe. Okay, so one more. I'm gonna wet that. Wet that up and put this right here in the middle. Now, ladies and gents, if you are gonna use the coleslaw mix, it's gonna be pieces like these big old pieces. Go ahead and just take those out. If you can catch them before you start cooking the slaw mix, that's great. But if not, go ahead and take those out. It just makes it look all icky. And your egg roll just ugh. So there we go. So these are all ready to cook. So what I'm going to do is just turn on my grease. You're going to need enough. Now, if you have a deep fryer or just a pan with enough grease, like you're frying chicken, okay? Like you're frying chicken, not sauteing chicken, like you're frying chicken. So we're gonna let that heat up while we come back to our meat. And as you can see, it is about ready. Like I said, it's like a 2-3 minute procedure on each side. I whipped out the big skillet here, so we're just gonna take it out. Don't worry about the sauce, the marinade inside. We need that. That's gonna make the broth. It's making the broth for the chicken and broccoli. Okay. There we go. Ooh, and it smells really, really good. Now, like I said, I don't know if y'all heard me, but in this recipe, it causes for cornstarch. And believe it or not, I didn't realize this until I moved down here. But women down here, when they are pregnant, they crave this red clay and cornstarch. Like, I had never heard of that before I moved to Georgia. They even sell red clay in some Dollar Trees or dollar stores down here because people eat it. And I'm like, I just don't understand why you would eat dirt. But I don't know. If they like it, I love it. That's all I can say. Okay. So now we're just gonna sit that to the side. Sit that to the side, and then we have we're gonna put in some garlic. Okay. So I'm using the already minced garlic. Y'all know how I am. I'm using the already minced garlic. So we're gonna go ahead and add maybe a couple of tablespoons. If your family is not as big as mine, you only need about 1 tablespoon. I'm not going to put a lot. And then we're going to stir this for about maybe a minute. Make sure. Now, if you're using fresh garlic, it's 3 garlic cloves, and basically you're going to mince them. So that's why I use the minced garlic. And you're going to cook the fresh garlic until it's fragrant. Only about a minute though, okay? So then we are going to add our cornstarch. And the cornstarch, cornstarch is really like a thickening agent. Is nothing else. We're going to turn down our skillet just a little bit. It's a thickening agent, so that's what it is. So we're going to add, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. I learned something the other day. It's like, I'm not a baker. I tell everybody I cook, but I'm not a baker. So I was watching something, and they were saying how most times us as cooks, we level the flour, and that is the wrong thing to do. Because we are packing, and we pack. So they was saying you don't pack. When it calls for 1 cup, you basically put your cup in and don't pack it and don't level it. So I was like, wow, well, maybe that's why my cake sucked. And then we're going to add the chicken broth. Now, in the recipe, it does say that you can use beef broth or chicken broth. I'm using what I have, and it is the chicken broth, okay? And it's about 1/3 chicken broth, they said. But I'm going to add more because I have a big family. Y'all know I don't like to measure. I'm trying to measure for y'all peoples. So we're just gonna, and we're gonna stir it. Stir it up a little bit. There we go. And all I'm doing right now is just mashing out, like I said, the cornstarch is a thickening agent, but it clumps just like flour. So I'm just mashing out my balls here. So how many of you guys watched the Versus last night? That was really good. They say Brandy was throwing shade. I didn't get a lot of the shade. I didn't. If you can let me know, the only shady part I could see was the shoes. So I mean, if you could tell me other shady parts that Brandy was trying to do, let me know, cause like I said, I didn't see them. So we're gonna just let that thicken a little bit, and while that is thickening, we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and like I said, we're not gonna pack it. Just loosely, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. I'm adding more. I have a bigger pot. And then we are going to add soy sauce. Okay. And this is really like to give it this color. And that's why I said do not put salt. I didn't season my meat. I just put pepper in it. I didn't put anything else in it because, you know, soy sauce is salty. So I didn't want to make it any saltier. Okay. So now that is cooking, we're going to wait until it starts to simmer, and we're going to add our broccoli to it. Like I said, it's clumping, but that's quite all right, because like I said, all of these, they will work themselves out, okay? So we are going to add our broccoli. You can cut the broccoli florets. All we need is the broccoli florets, and it just depends on how much broccoli you want. I mean, it's called beef and broccoli, so it just depends on how much broccoli you want. But just remember that broccoli kind of shrinks in size, and you don't want it to be mushy, but you still don't want it to be hard. So I'm just going to do one little layer of broccoli, and I'm going to let that cook for about 5 minutes. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to drop 1 egg roll, so you can see, like I said, this procedure, real simple. Nothing hard about the egg rolls at all. So, I mean, this could be a nice little snack for those. Now, if you do keto, you will have to check. I don't know if you will be able to use these because keto has all the different things. I was going to try keto. I was going to try. I can give up rice. I can give up bread. But when it said I had to give up potatoes, I was like, that is the devil. So, grease is hot. We're just going to drop our egg roll, and you're going to see that it's going to cook really fast, and it's going to bubble up, and you will just turn it. They only need to cook because everything is cooked already. The mixture inside is already cooked. So all you're doing is basically cooking the egg roll wrap, which only takes maybe about 2-3 minutes maybe. That's it. So we are going to mix up our broccoli here. And like I said, it's 5 minutes. And as you can see, it's you want to get the sauce. Ooh, that looks so good. So you want to get the broth. You know, that's the best part, the broth. So you want to get that broth there. Do that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Then let's check on our egg roll. See how it's doing. Like I said, it's only going to take about 2-3 minutes. As you can see, my grease wasn't that hot, but it's all right. But as you can see, it's getting brown. It's starting to bubble. So you want it to get a nice golden brown color. And it's ready. You will dry it on a paper towel, and voila, it is ready. Like I said, this dinner right here, nice and simple, nothing hard about it at all, and real simple and easy to make, you know, and it gives you more time with your family. My son was here this past week, and it was just so nice to see him, even though I only saw him maybe twice while he was here. I'm gonna let him have that this time, but the next time. So there we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, so the broccoli is about ready. We're going to add our beef to it, and then we're just going to let it cook for maybe about, look at the egg roll. So we're going to let that cook and simmer for maybe about 10-15 minutes. So we're going to add that to it. There we go. Ooh, look at there. So, and that's the beef and broccoli. So like I said, we're going to let that simmer, because now you want everything to get nice and tender. And the egg roll is cooking. And guys, I have a couple of announcements to make. The first announcement is my birthday is October 6th, which is on a Tuesday, and that will be our last show. So I want to thank everybody for the support. Continue to support me. I'm also doing meals. Those menus will be up on the days. It's going to be like a slutty vegan. I pull up in the spot and, hey, you got to get it. So it's going to be one of those kind of deals, but I will be doing that. And like I said, anything that you see, any kind of catering or meal preparation that you would like, just give me a call, 678-769-5594. I will still be available for that. I just will not be doing the show. So I can concentrate on you guys and your meals and all of that, okay? So now our egg roll is ready. See? Nice and golden brown. Looks delicious, okay? We're gonna let that simmer. And like I said, don't forget. Oh, and we have our fish fry. Our fish fry is Friday. Friday, starting at 3 o'clock. If you need your food earlier, give me a call. Give me a shout out, okay? So fish fry is Friday. The same thing as tilapia, catfish, and whiting. $12 for the plate. $5 for the sandwich. $5 for the sandwiches. Give me a call. Hit me up. 678-769-5594. We do deliver for small charge, but we do deliver. But you know, you could come to me, I could come to you. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna make sure you get your nice, hot, fresh food, and we're gonna let this simmer while we go to break. Okay, and when we get back, it'll be all plated up and looking nice for you. And but while we do that, we have our special guest DJ Frost. Ain't nothing else to say, boo. So while we are waiting for DJ Frost to enter the room, I don't know, maybe I'll get a heads up. Oh, that looks so good. You might want to turn, like I said, turn your heat down just a little bit. Um, and you don't want to overcook the broccoli. Basically, everything is done. So, ooh, it's going to be so good. So, DJ Frost.
Yep.
Hey, how are you? Thank you so much today for doing this for me. I really appreciate it.
Not a problem. Always here to help.
Okay, and I'm gonna turn it over to you, and we will be listening to the sounds of DJ.